Welcome back, everyone, to EdTech Thursday. This week, we are taking a deep dive into GoGuardian Teacher to learn how this tool can make our teaching more efficient and effective. So in our last video, I showed you all the basics of GoGuardian, from tab management to locking devices to the chat function, and lastly, the timeline feature. Now in this video, I'm going to show you the next powerful function in GoGuardian Teacher, and that's what we call a scene. A scene, everyone, is pretty much your lesson plan. If you're teaching your class completely online and you want everyone to get to multiple websites all at once at the beginning of class, and you don't want them to go anywhere else besides Google Classroom, Edpuzzle, and Google Docs. So if you want those students to only go to those three websites and keep those websites on for the entire class, then this function called scenes is extremely important. So let's dive into it. So if you go to the sidebar and you click on scenes, you'll come up to, again, probably an empty page, but as you can see on mine, I have multiple scenes already created for different situations. Most of the time, it's when I want to use GoFormative, and that's for tests, quizzes, or any just major assessments on any check for understanding, formative assessments. So if I want to do any type of assessments, I'm using a scene. So right now, we are actually going to build one scene together so that you know what exactly goes into this in order to get some amazing output. Remember, as we're diving into this, you can attend office hours next week, and I will happily create a scene with you and test it out. So let's create a new scene. So I'm going to go to the right and I'm going to click Add Scene, and let's just do test video number 1. All right, so this is going to be test video number 1. I'm going to name it. I do not need to put a description into it, but I'm going to scroll down because right here, this concept called filters. This is extremely powerful feature. And this is allowing the students to be in what's called allowed mode. And then you can also toggle it to block mode. And so if you keep this toggled to allow mode, then you can just think about it as the students do not have any restrictions on which websites they can go to. This is nice if you are doing research or anything that requires the students to navigate and identify websites on their own, but I am a huge fan of block mode. And so if you toggle it to block mode, this is going to block everything except for the websites you want the students to access. And so let's dive into it. So if we go over here to the allowed sites, you can actually add some lists. So let's say today in your class, we're going to use, Kahoot. I'm going to add that list, and that's going to give the students automatic access to these 3 websites. So it's all the Kahoot websites that the students would possibly need. And then let's say I want the students to access the AP Central for my AP Chem class. So I can add specific websites, and then I can also go in and let's say I want the students to be able to use Wikipedia, and I want them to be able to go to any page on Wikipedia. So I can use these asterisks in order to open up all of Wikipedia. So it doesn't matter if they go to a page on Harriet Tubman or if they're doing some research on MLK Jr., right? By using these asterisks, the students can access any website within wikipedia.org. So these wildcards are extremely important whenever you are in block mode. So right there, everyone, that's 3 different ways you can add websites to your scene. So now by adding that, this now is creating a environment where the students are only, with block mode on, the students will only be able to access Kahoot, AP Central, and Wikipedia. they will not be able to go to any other websites. And then if you go down here, tab management is also a great feature. And what you can do here is this is just like what we saw in the first video, where you can open tabs automatically for all of your students. So let's say I want the students to automatically have Kahoot.it open. So I'm going to add that tab. And when I apply the scene to my live session, Kahoot is going to automatically open up. All right. And then let's say I want them to also be able to go to the AP Central. And what is that? apcentral.collegeboard.org. Right? I can add as many websites as I want, but it's important to remember, if you add a website to your tab management, it needs to also be covered in these allowed sites. All right? So whenever you use tab management, just make sure that it's covered by the allowed sites right here. All right. And so I'm going to want to open those two sites for my student. And then here's the last feature right here. If you want the student to have only 2 tabs open at a time. So let's say I want them to have only Kahoot and the AP Central open. I can click on 2. And when I apply my scene, that's going to close out every tab except for these 2. So now I have just created a scene. I know that was quick, but again, just a review. I put a title in. I chose block mode because I only want students to go to specific websites, and the only websites that they can go to are Kahoot, AP Central, and Wikipedia. If you want students to be able to navigate any page within a website, you can use these wildcards, and that opens up the entire wikipedia.org domain. And now that I've allowed these sites, allowed students to access these sites, I go down to my tab management. And just like we saw in our last video, here is where you can automatically open tabs for students. So when exactly should we utilize scenes within GoGuardian? In my opinion, I would utilize it depending upon specific situations. So as I already showed you guys before, I utilize scenes for all of my tests. So whenever I use GoFormative, I have a scene ready to go that I can quickly apply. And then I also would use it for independent work to ensure that our students are on task. The last time I would utilize it would be for task initiation. So at the end of class, I want everyone to be on the same page. I would create a scene for my task initiation, and I would apply that the last 5 to 10 minutes of class. All right, so now everyone, let's just quickly apply this scene to our session that's been running. So here we have it, everyone. We have our student right here. And right now we can see that they have 2 websites open. This is my second time running it, so I had more websites open, but I screwed up. So I have now updated the scene, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that scene and I'm going to apply it to all of my students. And so how do I do that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll up to this right-hand corner, and where we see no scene applied, I'm going to click that. And then I'm going to go down to my test video number 1, the scene that we just created. And so what should we expect to happen? Well, right now, and actually let me just quickly, I'm going to pause this and update the students tabs. All right, I'm back. So I wanted to make this a little bit more dynamic. But what should we expect? So now the student has 5 different tabs open. They have YouTube, that's their active screen. They have Gmail, Edpuzzle, GoFormative, and Kami. They have all of those open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my scene to all students. And what should we expect? If you guys remember a couple minutes ago, we created a scene that should initiate only 2 tabs. One tab should be for, what is it? One tab is for the AP Central, and the other tab is for Kahoot. So what we should see is all 5 of these tabs should close, and then the only 2 tabs we should have access to are Kahoot and the AP Central. So let's apply it and let's look and see what happens. So our student was on YouTube and we see it closes all of these tabs, and then boom. The only two tabs that the students will have access to are AP Central and, the only two tabs they will have open at the beginning are AP Central and then play Kahoot.it. And if you guys see, if I go and I'm just typing into the wikipedia.org. So I'm typing wikipedia.org in the student side, and just like that, since we allowed that website, here it is. And with only two tabs, the students can still go on and use any page within Wikipedia. Whew, that was a lot. All right, guys. So with that, that's pretty much it. That is GoGuardian Teacher. If you guys have any questions, we will have office hours next Thursday after school and then 2 times during school hours. It's optional. I'd love to see you guys there, and I hope you guys have a great day. Have a good one.